Hello YouTube, welcome back to Combat Canvassing. Sammy Santiago, and I'm here in the dungeon talking about blocks. There's really three different ways that I look at this. And the first way is really to utilize your natural reaction to an incoming shot. Alright? So first and foremost, Zay, can you join me over here? First and foremost, is closing the gate. You're closing the gate in one way or another. Because if you take a look at the universal symbol, any shot that's incoming is going to have this power, is going to be on this line. Okay? If you stood a person here, this line right down the middle is what the opponent is attacking. Because if you throw a jab, it's coming right down the line. Even if you're going for the body, you're hitting lower on the line. Alright, even if you threw a hook, you're not hitting a different area, you're still aiming for the power line. Alright, the power line, which I want to call it. It's like the electricity. You gotta be, it's hazardous. You gotta make sure that you're protecting this line. So first and foremost, you can close the gate, throw the punch, and close the gate. And now what you're doing is it's kind of a reaction. You know, you kind of oop. Like you saw him swinging it. Cross, falls to the power shot, closing the gate. Alright? Again, you can close the gate if you turn a little bit. You know, this is called the brush block. Again, go. You're still closing the gate for that power line not to get struck. You don't want your power line to get struck because you can get put out. Alright? Electricity gets drained quick without the power line. So here, jab, or cross, whichever. Other jab, your other jab, huh? Yeah, just like that. Alright, now I could also do this, throw another one, and use that shell defense to kind of turn my power line away from him. And then if I got good footwork, I'll come here and hit him. So he throws again, he throws, bang, bang, do it again. Yeah, here, bang. And it's just good footwork that allows me to do that counter. And that's the next thing I really wanted to talk about, was countering shots. Even if you're going to close the gate, your next mindset has to be, let me counter the shot, right? So if it's the same thing, I just close the forward gate, and he throws, and I close the forward gate, then I can ride his shot back as he's pulling his hand back. I can ride his shot back and attack him, all right? Even if he kept it up like a good boxer. All right, so do it again. Here in front, bang, and I'm riding back in with you. Again, bang, ride back in. All right? Or I could do the other hand if he throws the other hand. Bang, ride back in. All right, he might be surprised by the fact that I took it like this because it almost looks like I don't want to fight. This is like a cowering kind of thing, but you don't want to do it on the back foot. You do this kind of closed gate block on the back foot. What happens is he throws the shot stepping deep, and I'm off balance now. As I try to regain my balance, he's hitting me again, and again, and again. Yeah, that's the last thing you want, right? So, if you're gonna close the gate, commit to it. Throw, commit to it. You understand? And ride it back with the counter. You understand? Again, other hand, boom, bop, bop. And I kind of parried a little bit on that, you know. But that comes from your movement, your fluid movement while you're fighting. Again, here, bang, boom, boom, boom. All right. So the third level of this would have to be turning your blocks straight into strikes. All right. So especially in a street fight, something that's dirty, gritty, real close, and we don't know what the other one really wants to do. So now we got to figure out how we want to handle this. What I would do is, if you're throwing anything, throw whatever. Now what I'm doing is I'm picking it up, checking it, riding into a strike here, turning the other block, because if he throws two hands, throw two hands, 1, 2. You see, and I just ride, and I ride his strikes in and try to turn what would be blocking and what would be defending me, try to turn it into strikes. Alright, and that's really a good Kempo mindset. You take some of these angles that surround the power line and use those angles to attack his power line, because the power line exists for both of us. So again, here you go, throw, here, turning the block into strike, throw the cross, turning the block into a strike on the weapon. You know, if he was throwing it for right here, trying to hit me right there, do it here. I replace that with my elbow, check, hit. You see that? I'm just rolling into striking him with elbows and forearms and whatever. Alright, so two important things for that Amerikick taught me was blocking set and elbow set. So what we're talking about here is 3 different levels. Just closing the gate and protecting yourself off the first couple punches. Closing the gate and countering, which should be exactly what you're looking to do if you want to get out of the fight. You know, you have to put some pressure back on the opponent, take the pressure he's putting on you and put the pressure back on him, and then turning your blocks into strikes. However you would block, get closer, turn them into strikes, stay defended, stay shelled up, and stay safe out there. So I just wanted to put this on the back end of the video for my students. Blocking set and elbow set. And this is really going to help you work on your angles. You're going to figure out how to utilize your hands together. And you learn how to isolate the hands. Alright, so you come in here, then you're dropping down into the horse stance right here. Now then you're coming here, look at this. Boom. Boom. Inward, inward. Outward. Outward. Right? Upward. Upward. Downward. Downward. Here, you finish with 2 front angle punches because you hit all 8 angles, all 8 original Shaolin angles. Then you come here, close. Bang. Now, we got elbow set, right? We put elbow set on the back end of this, just so we're working something basic that's going to allow us to start moving in the way that we need to block and strike. All right, elbow set. Come back out here. Here, shift. Here. Draw, hit. Draw, hit. Up. Up. Down. Down. Blocking set, elbow set, work on that, work the mindset. The philosophy behind blocking, closing the gate to block, closing the gate to block, opening the gate to counter, and turning each block into strikes. And remember to get your shadow boxing in. Alright, it's important to be fluid. And when you strike, you gotta be bouncing up on the feet. You gotta be light, you gotta move, you gotta make sure that when you shadow box, that everything moves in full sync. Alright? So change angles, throw punches, play with the weight on your feet, make sure that you can do the things that you want to do when you're throwing punches, and work those isolated blocks, sitting in the horse stance, throwing the isolated blocks, and just trying to get control over those hands, turning in those strikes or blocks, right? Or strikes, turning the blocks into strikes. Alright? Thank you for watching. Leave a comment in the section below. Hit like, please subscribe, and expect to see a lot more compelling content from Combat Canvassing. Thanks.